I was dealing with an artist in L.A. And his name is Frankie Razor. He kind of reminds me of you in that you can't be niched in a genre, though he's taken on the genre of hip hop rock. And he was saying that very often when he goes into the studio with people will ask him to, like, appear on their track here or there. And many times when he goes in there, they immediately try to change him into whatever it is that they're doing, not realizing, or they do realize that he's such a unique artist, but they still want him. And it's very confusing, he would say, because it's like, why did you want me when I was this weird and then want to change me?
I go through that a lot.
Yeah, I figured you would.
Most of the time when I go through that stuff, it's with rappers. Or people who, mostly it's rappers. Nothing against people that rap. But they'll hear my music and like, man, I want this. And I'm like, all right, well, if you want this, then you have to kind of move out of the way.
Yeah.
And let me do what it is I do, and then we can combine the things together so it makes sense. Now, with like a song producer or something like that, a song producer is already going to know what it is I'm capable of doing, and they're already going to have it together. So that's easy. They're going to say, okay, this is the type of stuff that I've heard you do. Most of the time, people automatically jump and say, oh, you the rock dude. Which sometimes makes me want to. Have you ever seen those cartoons? I think it's like Dragon Ball Z, where like, I always talk about Dragon Ball Z, where somebody will say something really ridiculous and everybody goes like this. They like pause and they fall on the ground.
I think I have. Now that you
That's
put
what
it to
I
that
want to do
extent.
sometimes. You're the rock dude, and I just want to go and just pause and fall on the ground.
Right.
It's like, no, I sing like everything, literally.
Do you think, though, that comes from people having this need to give something an identity, having the need to genreify somebody, that they need to be comfortable themselves by giving you a title?
Yeah. I mean, water is water, but if you add Kool-Aid flavor into it, then it's Kool-Aid. Or you can add some, I don't know, you can add those like little frozen orange juice packets to water and it's orange juice.
That's right. Or you can do like I do, add lime juice and throw some rice syrup in there, and you just get a Darryl drink.
Yeah, I mean,
but the essence of it is the same.
Basically, it's just water. It adds on. Like, that's the whole thing with working with other people. I will work with anybody doing anything as long as they understand and try not to hold me down. I mean, but hey, if they want what they want, I'll give them what they want. So it might not be that good.
But, okay, now that's actually an interesting thing, though. If you do it and it's not necessarily coming from the heart, do you feel some sort of an integrity thing going on there where your name is now attached to it, your vocal is attached to something you didn't feel?
That's only happened a couple times. And then I just don't listen to those songs.
Yeah.
When I make something that's really dope with someone, you can tell. You always be able to tell whether my heart's in it. Because your heart will be in it.
Yeah.
And if that's not the case, then obviously something went wrong in the creative process.
I love creativity. Like, literally, just more and more every day. And I'm now able to see it in so many different ways than I didn't see it before. I'm sure, well, you probably have been this creative for a while, but are you able to recognize creativity in all realms of things?
Yes.
Has that always been the case for you,
Always.
or is this anew?
Always.
Yeah, I never really used to be able. I would only see creativity in whatever I was doing. Now, I literally can see it in a children's drawing or just really anything. When people take their whole emotion out of trying to please other people and literally just do whatever it is that they want to do or what they were designed to do. I've said this on my show several times. When you find that thing that you were created to do, you do it better than anybody else has ever done it. It's an amazing thing.
Yeah.
It's an amazing thing. All right, we are almost running out of time. What is, before we get to this last song, what's coming up for you?
I'm supposed to be, I don't know if I'm going to go necessarily, but I'm supposed to go to Myers Castle on the 7th for an appearance with DJ Navik. DJ Noel has been playing my video on rotation when he DJs and stuff around the region. On the 14th, I have a show with my metal band that I'm in called Sunset Fire at the Crowbar in Chicago. And then on the 21st, I have this glow party with DJ Double E at the Jim Beam Warehouse in Portage. So that's what I got going on this month. And hopefully this month, you know, I get into some business. I'm ready to get into the business side of my music. I've done the artistry for almost 11 years and didn't really worry about the business, but now I'm at the point where it's time for me to be a boss.
How do people book you? What would they email you?
You can email me at rlhstarchild at gmail.com. Because, yeah, I'm going to get another phone so I can start giving my number out because I don't know. Like, I gave out my number one time, and, I got a lot of prank callers.
Yeah, that actually does happen a lot.
Yeah, so if you want to book me, you can write me on Facebook, Ralph Lauren Starchild at Facebook or anything. And I don't charge much, so just hit me up, and I'll come perform. As long as the PA is good and I got a stage to do my thing, I will do my thing. And anybody out there who wants to book me for a show, any bands, anything, I will perform with anyone.
Get out there and do it. I'm telling you, the time is coming soon where you're not going to be able to do that. I know that we went over this before. When I say you're not going to be able to do it, I mean you're not going to be able to do it cheap. That word, I don't work, I work cheap, that phrase is going to be gone very, very soon. Sir, we only have a minute left in this broadcast. It's always an honor to have you here. You got to come back soon. Thank you, first of all.
Thank you.
Before we go, I need you to let people know one more time how to grab hold of you. We're going to throw the video up on All Digital Radio Network along with the links to get in touch with people, but some people are lazy and they just want to be told again.
Pretty much. You can reach me on Facebook at Ralph Lauren Starchild on Facebook. You can reach me on MySpace at www.myspace.com/RHN40. You can also reach me if you have any booking or want to do any music or any business on any level. You can also reach me on my Gmail account, which is rlhstarchild@gmail.com.
There we go. If you missed any of today's interview, the moment this show ends, it replays live on the All Digital Radio Network. Now, if you're listening to us on any of the other affiliates that play the Sir Darrell Radio Experience, either live or in broadcast, you can head on over to alldigitalradio.com or sirdarrell.com. About 5 minutes or so after this broadcast is over, the archive will be available there. If you're listening to an archive or broadcast, an archive of the broadcast, then you know what you should do? You should stop it right now because it's ending and then go listen to another one. All right? With that being said, people, we're done. We're out of here. Our show is done. 2 hours. Thanks again to Starchild. Information will be on the All Digital Radio Net website shortly. Don't forget, tomorrow we'll be talking about buying wines from a machine or buying wine from a machine. It's actually legal in some states right now. They got a machine. I don't understand that. The stupid robber who called Wendy's to complain about the money that he stole. And Canada is buying new fighter jets. I personally think it's a waste of money because who the hell wants to attack Canada? We'll be back, people, in 22 hours on the most listened to radio program on earth, Sir Darrell Radio Experience.